Hi dancers, this is just a quick little video for anyone that's new to quick changing. And so, first thing that I have here is my show order. This is mine personally. What I like to do is highlight all the numbers I'm in, and then right next to it to write what hair I have for that number, if I have any accessories, and also what side I enter from. And so basically we're just going to get right down to it. The first thing that I think about when I'm coming into the quick change tent is what my hair is going to be. So the first thing that I would do is ask your helper, hey, like, what's my hair? Because the worst possible thing they could do is start taking it out and then have to lose time trying to fix it to put it back to what it should have been in the first place. So always clarify that. I'll always have my quick change thing posted right by my section of costumes. Not everything will also be in bins like I have here. They'll usually be hung up, and my accessories will be in a Ziploc, and I always like to just poke a little hole in the Ziploc bag and hook that around my hanger. That's just nice because you can see what accessory goes with what, and it's easy to slip it back in during intermission or between shows. So the first thing that I have is my inbox and my outbox. Basically, the last number that I have is Arabian Nights, so I would put that on the very bottom. Depending on what number you have for your last number, make sure that costume's on the very bottom of your inbox, and your first number should be on, but the next number that you have should be on the very top. Also, when you're coming into the quick change tent, do not panic. There's going to be a lot of people in there sometimes. Sometimes you'll kind of have the room to yourself, but always make sure that you're not panicking. It'll save you a lot of time. Make sure that when you're taking off what you have, you just neatly place it in your outbox. That way things don't get mixed up with other people's or lost. Also, if anything has buttons or zippers on it, make sure that's already unbuttoned or unzipped by the mom or the helper when you're coming in there. Also, anybody who's going from a jazz dance or anything like that into ballet or ballet into jazz, make sure that especially your tights are already pre-rolled. That way when you go into the quick change tent, all you have to do is just step through them. Always make sure that any shoe that corresponds to each costume is laid out right in front of that costume. My shoes are kind of scattered, but what I have is I usually have them in a little line. Do not put them in a basket because you'll be searching for one that's kind of dark in the quick change tent. You're not going to have time to go look for a toesy or something in your outbox. So just make sure that those are lined up nice and neat. Next order of business I would say would be hair, especially ballerinas especially. Make sure you always have, even if you can't see wispies, they're there. So just take a quick little spray of hairspray, slick that down. That'll just make things look a little bit cleaner. Typically I wouldn't have everything bunched up like this. This is a very bad example of what to have in a quick change tent. Always have a lot of hair nets sitting out. That's easy just to wrap around a bun. Especially for quick changes, you're going to want to make sure that your hair's secure because you have to do it in such little time. I always spread my bobby pins out, that way whoever's doing my hair can just grab one, stick it in, and then hair ties as well. The next thing that I would have in the quick change tent would be a powder brush, powder, red lipstick, any comb or brush, and a little spray bottle of water. It's always good to just touch up if you have been sweating a lot or anything like that. Just put a little powder on just to clean it up a little. Red lipstick, that's an obvious thing. Hairspray, definitely just give it a quick little spray. Like I said before, if you can't see them, they're still there. So just do that. I also have a first aid kit always, just in case anything happens, you get a little scrape or anything like that. It's always good just to be able to just patch it up and not have to worry about it. So yeah, you can just have any of that in this, in like a little Tupperware or something. I also have clear nail polish because runs are really, you don't want those to spread, especially if you don't have backups, which you should. Just give it a quick little thing. It dries like really quickly, so always have that. The dollar store should have that for $1. Double-sided tape, that's always good to have just to stick down and reassure headpieces or hair pieces or anything like that, or anything that needs to be on your costume. Like I said before, hair nets, make sure those are nice and laid out for you. When you are undressing, like I said before, if someone's doing your hair, don't just stand around. Make sure that you're not just like waiting here. That's a good opportunity for you to take off your shoes especially. Shoes you're typically going to use more than once, so don't put those in your outbox because then they'll start getting buried on top of costumes and you won't be able to find them. So I would just put them back in a little bit of a line. That way if you need, all you can do is just look for which ones you need and just slip those back on. Basically moms just try not to help too much to where things are getting a little crazy. Just whatever the dancer needs, just keep talking to them. I always keep a water bottle with me too, just to grab a quick little sip, just in case I get a little thirsty. basically that's pretty much it. Just make sure that don't panic. The show's going to be great. And yeah.